श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् ॐ अखण्डानन्दसम्बोधः वन्दनात् यस्य जायते गोविन्दं तमहं वन्दे नन्दतनुं गुरुम्. Yesterday we were seeing tayorupādhiśca viśiṣṭatā ca taddharmabhāktvaṃ ca vilakṣaṇatvam bhrāntyā kṛtaṃ sarvamidaṃ mṛṣaiva svapnārthavatu jāgaro'pi naiva satyam. So how is this creation? So we are trying to establish the creation to be mithyā. We are trying to, meaning we are establishing true, but until and unless you don't see it, you don't understand it, we are trying. Okay, so tayorupādhiśca viśiṣṭatā ca. Tayoho means between the jiva and Ishvara. Upādhiśca, the embodiments. Jiva's embodiment, Ishvara's embodiment, maya, vidya, antakarana, etc. Whatever you want to see. So those embodiments, see, embodiments are there, but if I have no association with that, then there is no problem. But there is association also. Viśiṣṭatā ca, attachment to it, association with it. Okay. So first embodiment, if it's there, we don't have problem. But if we have an attachment to it, if I have an association with it, then there is a problem. Even that is not a problem. What? Even the association with the embodiment is not a problem. But if I have the superimposition of qualities of the embodiments in me and mine in the embodiment, then there is a problem. If I superimpose, I am limited this and that because of the embodiment with the embodiment's nature, then there is a problem. So first the problem is embodiment. Then the problem is association. Then the problem is identification, identifying yourself with the limitations of the other, not yourself. Okay, and then because of that, see, you have Ishvara, you have Jiva. You have a Ishvara in the sense absolute. Okay, the absolute self. Now you superimpose yourself to be this and the Ishvara to be the absolute to be yourself. Meaning you don't see the absolute as a ever existing. You are limiting like the absolute also as a yourself, meaning limited, or you are seeing the absolute as a non-existent. Okay, so these qualities, see, I said taddharmabhāktvaṃ means the superimposition of one in another, qualities of one in another. If there is a equivalent transference, meaning if the qualities of the jiva is transferred half to the Ishvara and half of the Ishvara's quality is transferred to the jiva, then jiva and Ishvara are not two different things. They are equal because they have the same qualities, half of this and half of that. Right? So, dharma bhaktvaṃ, but that dharma, the association with the superimposition of the transference of the attributes are not in equal measure. So, there is a little here and there association. And because of that gradation, vilakṣaṇatvam, there is a, you see them to be different. You see Ishvara to be different from you, you to be different from Ishvara, the absolute. Okay, so 4 stages. First embodiment, then association. Because of the association, the superimposition of qualities, and because of that, seeing it to be different from you. Seeing these two to be different from each other. Idam sarvam, all this, right from the embodiment till the difference, all this, bhrāntyā kṛtaṃ, they are all caused by bhranti. Bhranti means erroneous knowledge. Bhranti means erroneous knowledge. It is all because of bhranti, erroneous knowledge. Jāgaro'pi svapnārthavajjāgrati. How can that be? I will give an example. Jāgaro'pi svapnārthavajjāgrati. Like in the waking state, jāgaro'pi means in the waking state. Svapnārthavajjāgrati, svapna viśiṣṭatā, like the objects of dream. Artha means viśaya. We don't accept the objects of dream as real. See, this is the beauty. We don't accept the object of dream which we had or which we are going to have later. We don't see it absolutely as a real. We never see it as real. We always consider that as illusory, non-real. We have very clear-cut knowledge. Yesterday I had a dream in which I saw millions of amount. Okay, hundreds of rupees. Can I buy something with that today morning? No. We don't accept that to be real. Whatever you see or whatever you are going to be seeing in the dream, that is not accepted to be real by anybody. This is the beauty. We have such a clear-cut determination. That is the kind of yathā svapne tathā jāgaro'pi. Like that you have to have. That kind of determination. Like you have that the dream is non-real. That same clarity should be there with reference to the waking state also. Jāgaro'pi, svapnārthavajjāgrati. But we don't have. Like in the waking state, we don't accept the whatever seen in the dream state to be real. Similarly, this is also illusory, erroneous knowledge, product of erroneous knowledge. mṛṣaiva na satyam. Therefore, they are illusory, non-real. Therefore, it is not real. Never can it be real. I don't understand. Okay, I'll tell you again. I'll teach you again. Why? Repetition is a error, right? Yes, repetition is an error. Repetition is a defect. Punaravarti dosha, we call it. True, but the idea is so subtle. Even after teaching you 100 times, you don't understand it. Therefore, we have to repeat it again and again and again and again and again until you understand. So he says, Nidra suta sharira dharma sukha dukkhadi prapanchopi va jīveśādibhidāpi va naca ṛtaṃ kartuṃ kvacicchakyate māyā kalpita desha kāla jagat īśādi bhramattādrishah ko bhedo'styanayordvayostu katamaḥ satyo'nyataḥ ko bhavet. He says, Nidra suta sharira dharma sukha dukkhadi prapanchopi va jīveśādibhidāpi va naca ṛtaṃ kartuṃ kvacicchakyate. Maya kalpita desha kala jagat, not desha kala kalana, desha kala jagat īśādi bhramajairvikalpaiḥ ko bhedo'styanayordvayostu katamaḥ satyo'nyataḥ ko bhavet. Beautiful. Understand this. Nidra suta. Nidra means dream, deep sleeper. Suta means prasuta, that which is born of. Prasuta means prasava means to deliver, to give birth to. Sui prani prasve is the root word. Sui is the root word. The meaning is prani prasve, to give birth to. So the nidra which gives birth to sharira, deep sleep is the cause for the body in the dream. Okay, so he says nidra suta. In the previous shloka, he says, okay, not here. Okay, we'll come to that. Nidra suta. Because of the ignorance, we have the creation, the waking state. Because of the dream state, the deep sleep state, we have the dream state. We said this. Okay. Now he says nidra suta. What happens because of the nidra? What does it give birth to? The deep sleep, the sleep, what does it give birth to? Not deep sleep, sleep. What does it give birth to? Sharira dharma, the body, and then its attributes. See, the first thing which we create in the dream is not anything else except other than you yourself. You create yourself first. You can either be a hero or a villain, that does not really matter, but you will create yourself, the experiencer in the dream. So he says sharira, the body, your or others, its attributes, qualities. Not just that, sukha dukkha, the happiness, sorrow, etc. Prapanchopi, vistara. Prapancha means vistara, the expanse. The expanse of different kind of experiences. Why is the dream seen in such a way? Why do you see the dream? Basically, people say the experience of waking state is what is creating the dream. Experience of waking state is not what is creating the dream. The ideas of waking state is what is creating the dream. The knowledge in the waking state is what is creating the dream. I don't understand what's the difference between that. Without experience, how can there be knowledge? Right? Yes. Without experience, there can be knowledge, because I'm talking about examples like a mare's horn, etc. Have you seen rabbit's horn? No. But you can see rabbit's horn in the dream. Forget about rabbit's horn. The babies, they see dream. Even the newborn babies, they see dream. Suddenly they'll be smiling. Suddenly they. How can that be? If this does not have any experience of waking state, of happiness, fear, etc., how can that baby smile in dream? So it is not experience, it is the samskar, the thought imprints which you have gained here or in past birth. You have not seen God. You have not seen, we say when it smiles, it is seeing some God. God is playing with her. Or if it is cry, the demons are trying to threaten it. Something, fear. Whatever it is, the thing is, idea is simple. The experiences, the thought imprints of this birth or the previous birth. The thought imprints in the sense, we have not seen the God in this or the previous births, but we do see God in the dream. We have not seen the ghost in this birth or in the previous births, probably. No. We have not seen, at least in this birth, but we do see ghosts in the dream. Right? So he says, Nidra, Suta, Sharira, Dharma, Sukha, Dukkhadi, etc. Whatever is caused by the dream. jīveśādibhidāpi, the duality of Jiva, Ishvara, etc. Like here, you see the Jiva, Ishvara, etc., the creator, etc. difference. ṛtaṃ kartuṃ kvacit naśakyate, nacha shakyate. No one can make it to be real. ṛtaṃ means real. Real, no one can make it to be real. Okay. No one can make it to be real. ṛtaṃ. But satyam is what should be used. Instead of satyam, he is saying ṛtaṃ. We have ṛtakam satyam param brahma purusham krishna pingalam. There is a mantra. Okay. So ṛtaṃ. Ṛtaṃ means, what is the difference between ṛtaṃ and satyam? We could have used satyam. Why did he use ṛtaṃ? Satyam means transactional reality. Whatever reality you use for the transient state, that is ṛtaṃ, satyam. ṛtaṃ means the absolute reality. No one can establish it to be absolute, absolutely real. Paramarthika. So, nacha shakyate. No one can do it. Kvacit. Nowhere can you establish it. Why do you have to say nowhere? Because it can be, you may not, you yourself may not see it here, but you can see it in some other place. The different value for something, like your weight. Your weight may be 50 kgs here, but when you go to Mars, you may not weigh 50 kgs. You may weigh 15 kgs or 20 kgs. In some other planet, 80 kgs. That's dangerous. Anyway, so the point is, why do you have to go to different planets? Even in this planet, in this Earth, there is a difference. Like if you weigh 1 kg here in India, that 1 kg is not the same 1 kg in Europe. They say there is a difference, some grams less because of some gravitational difference. I'm not talking about the weight you, when you go to kirana store, the groceries, the provision stores here. The shop owner will weigh in a weighing scale 1 kg, and if you bring it, or the ration shop, you bring it to your house and you weigh it, it will never be 1 kg. It will always be 900, 800, 850, 950, like that. It will always be less. That is a different thing. That is cheating. Here we are saying the real, the 1 kg here is not 1 kg there. So nowhere can you establish it to be real. Nowhere can they establish this to be real. What? Why? Because maya kalpita desha kala jagat ishadi brahmaha tadrusha. So, like the dream state, the deep sleep is the cause for the dreams. Similarly, the maya, the ignorance, is the cause for the waking state experience. So he says maya kalpita. There he said nidra prasuta. Nidra suta. Here maya kalpita. Okay, same kalpana. Both giving birth is not a real birth. It is a kalpana, imagination. So he says, what is the imagination we are talking about? Desha, kala, jagat, viśiṣṭatā, brahmaha, the time, space, Ishvara, Jiva, etc. All these erroneous knowledge, taddharmabhāktvaṃ, they are similar, like you see in the dream. Anayoho ko bhedaha. What is ko bhedaho asti? What is the difference between these two? Between the waking state and the dream state experience? Nothing. Therefore, dvayostu katamaḥ satyah ka anyataḥ bhavet. Therefore, between the two, which one can you establish it to be real and which one will you be able to establish as non-real? It is impossible. Both are non-real. Okay? Still, I'm seeing the... Okay, we'll come to that. Na svapnajāgarayorubhayorviśeṣaḥ saṃdṛśyate. Na svapnajāgarayorubhayorviśeṣaḥ saṃdṛśyate kvacidapi bhramajairvikalpaiḥ. yaddraṣṭṛdarśanamukhairata mithyā svapno yathā nanu tathaiva hi jāgaro'pi. Na svapnajāgarayorubhayorviśeṣaḥ saṃdṛśyate. Viśeṣa saṃdṛśyate. kvacidapi bhramajairvikalpaiḥ. yaddraṣṭṛdarśanamukhairata mithyā. svapno yathā. nanu tathaiva jāgaro'pi. Whatever you see, bhramajaihi, that which is born of bhrama, erroneous knowledge, whether it is a dream or the waking state. What are you talking about bhramajaihi? Born of Brahma. What is that born of Brahma? Erroneous knowledge. Yaddraṣṭṛdarśanamukhairata. Drashta, the seer, darshana, the seeing, etc. Mukhaihi means etc. Meaning the seeing, the seer, seeing, seen. All these dualities and trinities, they are all vikalpaihi. They are all viśeṣena kalpitaha. They are all vikalpa. Vikalpa normally means options, differences. But here vikalpa means they are all nicely imagined. svapnajāgarayorubhayorviśeṣaḥ kvacidapi na saṃdṛśyate. We don't see any difference between the waking state and dream state. There is no difference between the waking state and dream state. Na saṃdṛśyate. No one can see. Nothing is visibly seen. Has difference between waking state and dream state. That is why we say whatever you see in the dream state is not applicable in the waking state. This is the problem. You don't see the waking state in the dream state. You don't see the dream state in the waking state. Therefore, how can they be real? You don't see one in the other. Therefore, he says, tathaiva yathā svapna mithyā nanu jāgaro'pi tathaiva hi jāgaro'pi. Tathaiva, that is why yathā svapno mithyā, like the dream state is accepted to be erroneous, illusory, wrong, non-real. Nanu, definitely. Nanu is not but here. But you see, no, that is not what it is. It is a nanu means normally a doubt. Nanu here means definitely. Definitely, tathaiva jāgaro'pi. The waking state also is mithyā. Definitely. There is no doubt about it. But we'll come to that. avidyākāryatastulyau dvāvapi svapnajāgarau dṛṣṭṛdarśanamukhairata kalpana ubhayatah samā. avidyākāryataḥ tulyau dvāvapi svapnajagarau dṛṣṭṛdarśanamukhairata kalpana ubhayatah samā. How can the waking state and dream state be the same? I will say avidyākāryataḥ, because they are both an effect of karya, effect of avidya, ignorance. This is important. If you don't have vritti in the waking state, there is no creation. If there is no vritti, there is no dream. If there is no vritti, there is no waking state. If there is no vritti, there is no dream state. So they are both a product of vritti. Avidyākāryataḥ. Why are you saying avidyākāryataḥ then? You should have to say vrittikāryataḥ. This is right because of two reasons. Understand this. In Vedanta, we have two important rules. One is vritti vritti matora bhedat. Some places shakti shakti matora bhedat is also said. Here vritti vritti matora bhedat. Vritti vritti mat abhedat. Vritti vritti matoho. Dual case, right? Vritti vritti mat. So vritti, that which is thought function. Vritti means thought function. Vritti mat, that which is the cause or which has the thought function. Abheda, they are seen to be non-different. So, if I say avidya, basically vritti is avidya karya. Why do you have vritti? Because of ignorance. So, basically ignorance is the cause. So, instead of talking about, then you should have, you can replace anything in, no. See, instead of avidya, I can use vritti. Instead of vritti, I can use avidya. True. But why do I have to say avidya here? Because of the second, I told you, second, there is two rules. The second rule is a karya karana ananyatva. Karya karana ananyatva. Effect, cause, non-difference. Meaning, Bhagavan Bhashyakara explains this karya karana ananyatva as a karana vyatirekena karyam nasti. Karana vyatirekena karyam nasti. That means other than the cause, karana vyatirekena, other than the cause, vyatirekena is other than. Other than the cause, karyam, the effect does not exist. The effect is essentially the cause alone, nothing else other than the cause. When you say pot is what? Clay. Clay, when you see it in a different form, different style, different side, you see it as pot. Otherwise, there is no clay, there is no pot. It's only clay. If in a silver, you print something, if same silver, but the value increases. Right? So, avidyākāryataḥ, they are both caused by ignorance. They are all both effect of ignorance. Dvāvapi tulyau. Svapnajāgarau dvāvapi tulyau. Therefore, the swapna, the dream state, and the jagra, the waking state, they are both same. They are both same. Because they are both an effect of ignorance. So, how do you say this? They are both same. There is similarity in both. What is the similarity? Yaddraṣṭṛdarśanamukhairata ubhayataḥ sama. The seer, seen, seeing. These differences, this imagination is same, common in both places. Here also you see the seer, seen and seeing. There also you see the seer, seen and seeing. What is the difference? They are both same. But still, there is a difference. What is the difference? Tell me. There is a long period and short period. The dream is long, short period, and the waking state is long period. Who said that? Which idiot said that? Because something exists for a long period and something exists for a short period, it is real and it is not real. Who said that? That's a stupid logic. Why? Because an ant lives for a very short period. Does that make the ant's life non-real? If that is non-real, then compared to you, a tree lives for, even a tortoise lives for 400 years. Forget about for tortoise. A tree lives for 1,000 or 2,000 years. Compared to that, you are non-real. The tree is real. Okay, compared to the creation, the earth, the tree is insignificant and it is for a very small time. Okay, then that is also non-real. See, we just celebrated this Thiruvadra. There is this function for Shiva during the Ardra Nakshatra, which is Orion. Okay, Orion, what would you say? So the scientists say that is going to get destroyed in 650 million years or so. Anyway, even if it is destroyed now, we don't even know. You see the star. Orion is there. There is 3 stars, and there is 1 star up there, which is lightly reddish because Shiva's star it is. So Shiva is like that. So angry man. His son Mars, he is also angry, red. Okay. So Kartikeya, Mars. So this Shiva star is a red. Okay. Now, even if it does not exist, you see it, you will understand it. There was a supernova effect which happened 650 million years earlier, after 650 million years later. You don't even know if it is existing or not. That is the reality we are seeing actually. Okay. So he says, abhava ubayo suptau sarvairapyanubhūyate na kvacit anayoho bhedah tasmat mithyātvam arhatah. How do you say it is illusory, non-existent? So for that he says, abhava ubayoho suptau sarvairapi anubhūyate na kvacit anayoho bhedah tasmat mithyātvam arhatah. Supto, in the deep sleep. I'm talking about deep sleep. Now supta, deep sleep. Nidra, we said is not deep sleep. It is sleep. Supto, in sushupti, in deep sleep. Ubhayoho abhavaha. There is absence of both. See, in waking state, you don't see the dream state. In dream state, you don't see the waking state. But in deep sleep state, you don't see both these states. If they are real, they should have to exist in other states also. We said what are the confusions which will happen if they exist in other states. You can't even have a nice dream. So these both, if something is real, it should have to exist in all 3 periods of time. When we say satya, we say trikala bhagyatam, that which does not exist for 3 periods of time is that which exists for 3 periods of time is satya. If it does not exist even for 1 period of time or 2 periods of time, that is mithyā, illusory. So, or 3 periods of time, whatever, that is mithyā. So, even if 1 period of time, it is mithyā. So, ubayoho abhavaha sarvairapi anubhyute. The absence of the waking state and the dream state, both are experienced by everyone to be absent, non-existent. Everyone sees the waking state and dream state to be non-existent in the deep sleep state. I didn't know anything. That is what our experience says about dream. So, anayoho bhedah kaschit na tasmat na anayoho bhedah na kaschit. There is no difference between these two. So, tasmat, therefore, mithyātvam arhatah. They are eligible to be illusory, non-existent. They are eligible to be called as a illusory or non-existent. Okay, we'll see this. Om Purnamadaḥ Purnamidam Purnāt Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva viśiṣṭate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.